Hello fellow cinephiles, Film Guru here. Today I'm reviewing the Australian film The Dry. This was based upon the book of the same name written by Jane Harper and was directed by Robert Connolly. It stars Eric Bana, Genevieve O'Reilly, John Paulson and a variety of other Australian actors. The film really focuses on federal agent Aaron Falk, played by Eric Bana, who returns home after a 20-year absence to attend the funeral of his childhood friend. However, his return reopens the door to unresolved death of a teenage girl, reopens wounds that he tried to leave behind. I found myself really enjoying this film, and I didn't expect to. I'm not a huge fan of Australian films as a rule. I just find that we only do particular genres. We do dramas or comedies or thriller drama. And this falls into the latter, but there's something really different about this. There's a mystery there. There's something drawing you in. And you're not quite sure what's going to happen or what has transpired for these characters. I think Robert Connolly's done a fantastic job to take the essence of a book like this that has been very popular and done really well, telling an interesting story, but doing it in a subtle way. It's beautifully shot. I like the choices that are made with particular characters and the shots that are used in the film. I like that the film opens up with a tragedy and then we shift focus into Aaron Falk, Eric Bana's character, and who he is. But we find out little bits of information throughout the film in a real subtle way, and I really like that. He's not beating you over the head with information. He's not telling you everything. He's just giving you little bits of information so you can start to put things together as these characters. And I really thought that was really respectful of the audience, but also a way for the audience to become invested in the story. I thought that was really cool. I like it set in this sort of country town, this dusty, dirty country town. Rain hasn't come to this town in nearly a year, and it's just a great place to have something like this that's very desolate and stripped bare and sort of isolated. The whole thing's kind of really isolated, and I like that. And we get to see who Aaron Falk is through flashbacks and the friends he had then and the death of this young girl that no one really knows what happened to her. I really like that. And we get to see this lake, this sort of place that they keep going to, this river, as kids. And they swim in and stuff like that. And then we cut to present. There's just something about the imagery of him walking through this once flowing river that's now dry. I love that. I think they've crafted a really great film. There's a great mystery there too that sort of sucks you in. You want to know what's transpired and what's happened and what is happening. And whether Aaron's friend, Luke, died in the way they think he did. I kind of like that. It keeps you hooked all the way through. It sprinkles little bits of information throughout the film and it leads to this really great ending. I really loved the third act and I loved the end of the film. I thought it was really well done. And there's some really great moments in this sequence at the end. And there's some clarification of what actually transpired. And it sort of looks at what really happened to this teenage girl that disappeared when Aaron was young. I really loved that. I thought it was a great way to end it. There's some really great scenes throughout the film. On the most part, the acting's solid. Genevieve O'Reilly, I think, does a really great job. I think she's really a good centerpiece for this film and adds a lot of gravity to it, and she draws you in, which I really like. And there's so many other actors in this. A lot of actors who I've seen in American films that I was unaware were as Australian, and I kind of really loved that. I thought Kerr O'Donnelly was really good. Wedding Crashers, and I didn't quite know he was Australian, and he's really good in this. He plays like the local cop in the town, and he's the one who's investigating what happened to Luke. And it also looks at how his character Greg and Aaron sort of come together to try and work out what really happened. I really love the scenes between him and Eric Bana. I think he's a really good aspect to the film and adds a lot to it. I really enjoyed. He gives such a great performance here. I think Eric Bana does a solid job playing this role of Aaron Falk. You kind of believe him, you kind of get into what he's doing and you kind of feel for him and you kind of want him to get the answers he really wants. And it looks at the effect of him being back in the town and how that's affecting him. And Eric Bana's able to portray that in a really great way. When Eric Bana doesn't speak, you can tell what's going on in his head. You can tell by his reactions and his afflictions of how he's feeling. And I really liked that. I thought all the moments where he's more quieter, he's fantastic in. Overall, I just thought this was a really entertaining film that I really felt engaged and drawn into. And I really liked that. The only criticisms I would have for the film is Eric Bana's acting doesn't always feel believable. There's moments where he says certain things and it just feels like he's walked onto a set and he's just playing a character. Like, I don't believe that he is this person. But there are other moments where you do believe he is this person. It's about what he says that I don't really connect to. What he does and his interactions and when he doesn't speak is his best moments. But when he speaks, it just feels very unrealistic and forceful, and I felt a bit disappointed in that, to tell you the truth. The other thing is, people's decisions in this film don't always make sense. The choices that they make for the characters and the direction that these characters go in don't always make sense. And I felt a bit lost in certain aspects of the film. And even though they come to a realization or a conclusion with both of the things happening in the film, it just sort of ends. It doesn't have a clear conclusion to these aspects, but it gives you enough that you feel there is a resolution of sorts. I just felt they could have went into a bit more of this. But other than that, I thought it was a really great film, and it's another one of the really good Australian films I've seen in recent years. Final thoughts. In the end, it's really about how one event can affect a whole town. And it's about one man's journey into getting the truth, to righting wrongs and to really telling the truth about what transpired for him when he was younger and what he's transpiring now. I'm going to give The Dry 4 out of 5. I thought it was a really entertaining movie. The mystery was really good. Robert Connolly's crafted a really great film that's beautifully shot, and he's very haunting and powerful. And I really enjoyed a lot of aspects to this film, and I just felt really invested in the story. Anyway, that's all from me today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe down the bottom. Follow me on Facebook. Otherwise, until next time, enjoy the movies.